Okay, here we are. We've done with the 60 minutes hold at 151 degrees, and we're ready to go ahead and use our Zap-Ap water tin that we made in a prior episode of Wine, Beer, and Cheese to go ahead and rinse and sparge our grains. So what we're going to do is we'll take our picnic cooler. Boy, does that smell good. Of grist, and we're going to pour it in here. We have it set up such that we're going to let it pour into the brew pot, and after which time we're going to go ahead and sparge with a half gallon of 150 degree water. So at this time we can go ahead and do that right now. Take your half gallon, we're going to use a colander. We're just going to let it just rinse it and let it just sprinkle itself around on top of there for a half gallon. Now there are better ways to do this. This is a little bit archaic, but we just so happen to have a nice colander where it just drips and sprinkles all over the place. And we'll just go ahead and do that. What you want to do is be able to rinse nice and gently and thoroughly these grains and get all the different starches out of your grist. So that's what we're going to do. Here we have it. Come on over here, cameraman. You can see it's going ahead and just what we have is a bucket within a bucket. Remember, if you remember looking at the Zap-Ap water tin that we made, and the 1 6.5 gallon bucket has 1/8 inch holes drilled in the bottom, and it sits inside the other one such that we have a space underneath here that allows us to not create a binding effect as the water gently rinses through those grains. So we are not going to obstruct our flow too much. As we can see here, we're getting this nice sweet liqueur out, and this is very sweet. It really smells reminiscent of molasses and feed, actually, because this is whole grain methodology here. This is the exact same thing that we're feeding to our animals, livestock. In fact, it just so happens that we have 12 little piglets that we're raising at this time. And guess what these piglets are going to get after this is all done? After this whole grain is spent, we're going to get it one more go around with this, and the piggies are going to get to go ahead and chomp on some of this delicious sweet feed, and they're going to enjoy it like crazy. So this is kind of exciting. We're really recycling this to the nth degree here. My goodness, this is just so exciting. It smells so good. Wonderful. This smells like the best cereal that you ever had. And if you ever get the privilege of going to a farm, taking a tour, and watching the little piggies munch on their food, you'll understand why they're so lip-smacking good. This is very sweet and sticky, actually. All that nice sugars and starches that are being rinsed out of the grain is going right into our brew pot for use for cultivating with our yeast here shortly. Alright, here we are back out in the garage. Come on over here, cameraman. We have our pot of liqueur now. Here's what it looks like after rinse and sparging our grains. It smells absolutely sweet and delicious like grain. almost like cereal. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take and add 26% less the original recipe if you're using malt extracts, because we're doing an all-grain mash method according to the recipe. We're going to use 1.5 ounces of this Tetnag pellet hops. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to add that to the what now ooh, that smells very pungent, bittery pungent. Oops, I missed a few pellets in there. And half of the next one. And then we're going to go ahead and boil this for 90 minutes. Alright. So there we go, and we're going to go ahead and light our burner again. Bring this to a boil, and then we're going to cut back on the temperature just a little bit and let it just bubble and boil away for 90 minutes. So I'll start our 90-minute timer as soon as we come up to a boil. Alright, here we are. We brought ourselves to a rolling boil, and now we're going to remove our lid and let it just simmer here and boil for 90 minutes. We're going to set the timer, go. 90 minutes from now, if you can kind of get in there without too much of a steaming up our camera, you can take a look at, we've got this nice boiling wort. Just our flame just went out here. I gotta relight it real quick. There we go. And as you can see, we're boiling along. We're just going to leave that in a nice, slow rolling boil for 90 minutes, and we'll see you back shortly.